Today we're going to share with you 13 ways to lower your C-reactive protein. Hi, I'm Angie. Thanks for joining me here at Life2 Diet.
Welcome to Life2 brought to you by the Perfectly Imperfect Network, from imperfect folk everywhere.
13 ways to lower your C-reactive protein. Now, I want to reiterate the fact that we're not doctors here, but many times you will get blood tests back from your doctor and it will show a C-reactive protein. And he will talk about whether it's elevated or not. Elevation means you have at least a low level of inflammation. You know, here at Life2 and the Life2 Diet, we are all about inflammation. Of course, we're about other parts of health and weight loss and just, an overall healthy mind, body, and spirit. But first and foremost, we like to look at how to reduce inflammation. Inflammation can affect so many parts of your body. In fact, all of them. You can get inflammation in your blood vessels and have a heart attack. You can get inflammation in your brain and have trouble thinking and trouble with your memory and, different functioning. You can have it in your digestive system and your thyroid. These inflammatory diseases are just running rampant among Americans and people around the world. So we are taking on inflammation first and foremost at the Life2 Diet. The number one way you can lower your C-reactive protein is through exercise. Exercise helps everything. What can I say? You just got to find the one you like, the one you can be committed to. And please, don't get on YouTube and other places and think you've got to be great at it from the beginning. Start with baby steps. If you are walking 1,000 steps a day right now, go to 2,000 for a couple of weeks. Work your way up to that 10,000 or more. If you're not doing any stretching, do 5 minutes of stretching. Work your way up to 15 to 20, and then maybe you can take on yoga later or other forms of exercises and different activities. Dance. It doesn't have to be just exercise per se. Number 2, quit eating processed sugar. Now, here at the Life2 Diet and Life2, we like to be realistic because it is not realistic to say that, okay, today I'm going to quit eating all processed sugar. I don't believe that is one bit realistic. I don't believe that's taking normal, imperfect people in mind. We like to go to 50-50 when we're trying to quit something, unless it's horrible for your health. For example, when I had to quit eating wheat gluten because I was diagnosed as a celiac, I had to quit immediately, okay? But most things you can start out 50-50, okay? Cut out 50% of your sugar. Replace it with monk fruit, stevia. Those are my 2 favorites. There are others out there. But replace those processed sugars. Don't deprive yourself. Replace them. You are much more likely to adapt to the new lifestyle if you replace it with something rather than nothing. Okay, once you go 50-50, go 75-25. We're at 75-25 with carbohydrates, for example. We're pretty much at 90% on the sugar now, 90-10, because there's a lot of hidden sugars. So the fact that somebody could reach 100% really is totally unrealistic to me if you're going to continue to live, somewhat of a normal life, whatever normal means. But quit the processed sugar as much as possible. Number 3, Omega3 Fish. Add it to your diet, eat it, love it. Fish, nuts are great, but fish is even better. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, tuna. Be careful not to eat tuna too often because of the mercury. My doctor tells me 2 or 3 times a week. He would rather me do 2. At one time I was doing it about 5 to 7, so he cut me back. But because I just simply love tuna and I love sushi, so that's my favorite sushi fish. So, but I've learned to eat salmon more in my sushi. So omega-3 fish, very important. Number 4, get rid of stress. I'm going to tell you that back in 2007, I went to a doctor and my C-reactive protein was the highest he had ever seen. And this was an acclaimed doctor on the East Coast that treats people for exposure to toxins. My C-reactive protein was the highest he had ever seen. It wasn't because of the toxins. It was because my son's seizure disorder was not controlled. We could not control it. And I was under tremendous stress, which kicks in cortisol, which makes your C-reactive protein go up. The inflammation gets worse. But I thought I was going to lose my son because we were taking him to all kinds of doctors and they couldn't stop these horrific seizures this kid had. And he was 6'8", so hurting himself was as great a fear as the seizures. Luckily, some years later, he's doing great. Number 5, get all your B vitamins, all the B vitamins. Take a B complex if you need to, but make sure your diet includes B vitamins. They are so important for your mind and your body. Number 6, get good quality sleep. I feel like I say this in every video, but sleep is king. And there have been times in my life I have not been a great sleeper. I will tell you that I feel a lot better when I get good quality sleep. I know you will too. Number 7, make sure you get vitamins A, D, E, and K. Very important for your C-reactive protein. Very important when it comes to inflammation. Number 8, be mindful. Don't live in la-la land. Don't escape. Don't be in denial. Deal with things in the moment. Be mindful. Be mindful about nature. When you walk outside and you see a tree, think about how that tree is giving you oxygen to breathe. And oxygen is, very important to life. Think about those things. Step away from your own life and just think how the world works around you. Be cognitive of it. Be cognitive of the other people. Number 9, reduce trans fats. Those are those ones that get hard when they get inside your body, clog up your veins, and cause all sorts of problems concerning inflammation, heart disease, brain issues. Get rid of them. A lot of foods, even a lot of foods that are still bad for us, have really gotten away from trans fats. A lot of chips, which used to be the big trans fat culprit, and believe me, they're still terrible for you. Most of them, you'll see, no trans fat. A lot of animal fats, you need to stay away from. Number 10, alcohol. Do not drink too much alcohol. I will tell you, though, that according to the experts, a moderate amount of alcohol helps with C-reactive proteins. A moderate amount means 3 drinks a week on separate days. Keep that in mind. If you don't already drink, don't start drinking. That's always a rule of thumb. It's not a reason to start drinking alcohol. Number 11, probiotics. Make sure you're getting probiotics in your life. We have videos about probiotics. Probiotics are not always found where you think they are. We're so used to thinking about probiotics in yogurt. And yogurt, as long as it's not one of the sweetened processed yogurts, is a fine place to get it. but there's kimchi. There are vinegar-based fermented pickles and vegetables that are very good sources of probiotics. Grapes are a great source of probiotics. So, we try to help you with these videos. Think outside the box. Please view our videos on probiotics. Number 12, like this one, more sex. Sex helps keep the inflammation down. The hormones that you generate, the excitement, it really does help lower your inflammation. So, get more sex. Number 13, getting rid of junk food. Eliminating junk food from your life will help with inflammation. It's one of the worst things ever. I love a great cheeseburger on a gluten-free bun as much as anybody, but it is probably an inflammatory nightmare, even when it's at its best. We hope you're keeping your C-reactive protein and inflammation at bay. Keep it away. But we'd like to thank you for joining us here at Life Squared. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. Share it with your friends. We want to share the love of good health, mind, body, and spirit. That's why we're here at Life Squared. We want to help you have the power of knowledge, because knowledge is power. Thanks again from our whole team here at Life Squared.
We really appreciate you joining us today at Life Squared on the Perfectly Imperfect Network. To get more content, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.